Students, today we will discuss the article that is the angular momentum. Before going to start this article, I just repeat the article that is the linear momentum. And we all know the linear momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Students, if a body is moving in a straight line, its motion is linear motion, and its velocity is linear velocity, its acceleration is linear acceleration, and its momentum is linear momentum. But if a body is moving in a circle, then its momentum is angular momentum, its acceleration is angular acceleration, its velocity is angular velocity. So students, now we are in a position to define the angular momentum. A body is said to possess an angular momentum about a reference axis if it so moves that its angular position changes with respect to reference axis. And its another definition is, it is the vector product of position vector and linear momentum. Now look at the whiteboard here, students. I have written the same definitions I've just told you. A particle is said to possess an angular momentum about a reference axis if it so moves that its angular position changes relative to that reference axis. It is called angular momentum. And its another definition is, it is the cross product, vector product of position vector r and linear momentum p. So L is the angular momentum and it is the vector product of position vector and linear momentum. So L is equal to r cross p. So that is the angular momentum. Now students, look at the diagram here. We have a particle of mass m and it is attached with a massless rod, and if we apply the force on it and it starts rotating in a circle, so we have the two momentum, its linear momentum is p and we have the position vector is r. No, it is a position vector because it starts from the origin, it starts from the pivot point here. So the position of linear momentum that is denoted by r. R is the position vector. And what is angle theta? Theta is the angle between r and p. So theta is the angle between r and p. So you can say here L is equal to the magnitude of this angular momentum. L is equal to rp sine theta. So theta is the angle between r and p. Look at again here. Let's suppose we have a particle of mass m and it is attached with the massless rod. O is the pivot point, and if we apply the force on a particle of mass m, it starts rotating in a circle. So we have the linear momentum p is here and r is the position vector. Now we are in position to say that it is a position vector because it describes the position of the linear momentum and it is denoted by r. So the magnitude of angular momentum L is equal to rp sine theta. Theta is the angle between r and p. And we all know, students, p is equal to mv. So that is the linear momentum. So by inserting this value, so L is equal to r into mv into sine theta. And if you just simplify, that is mvr sine theta. If a body is moving in a circle, then the angle between linear velocity and radius, that is equal to 90 degree. Tangential velocity. So that is the tangential velocity. These linear velocity are tangential velocity. So the angle between tangential velocity and radius, that is equal to 90 degree if a body is moving in a circle. So putting this value, we have L is equal to mvr sine 90 degree. And we all know, students, sine 90 is equal to 1. So L is equal to mvr. So we get another relation for angular momentum. The first one, L is equal to R cross P, that is the first one, and then we have L is equal to mvr. So that's another relation for angular momentum. And we have already know this relation, that is V is equal to R omega. Omega is the angular velocity, V is the linear velocity. So that is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Putting this value, we have L is equal to m R omega into R. So by inserting values, we have m R square omega. So that is the angular momentum. So angular momentum is equal to m R square omega. But I is equal to, that is the moment of inertia, I is equal to m R square. So putting this value, L is equal to I omega. So we get another relation for angular momentum, L is equal to I omega. So we have the relation for angular momentum is, the first one is L is equal to R cross P, that is the second one, L is equal to mvr sine theta, second one, the third one is L is equal to mvr, and the fourth one is L is equal to I omega. Now we have to find out what are the units of angular momentum, students. Now the SI unit of angular momentum, students. Look at the case here, students. The SI unit of angular momentum. SI unit of angular momentum, and we know this relation. I've just draw this relation. L is equal to mvr. So that is L is equal to mvr. The unit of mass, that is kilogram, and the unit of velocity is meter per second, and the unit of the distance, that is meter. So we have the unit of angular momentum is kilogram meter square per second. So it's the first unit is kilogram meters square per second. So that is the first unit, and its another unit is, and if I multiply, kilogram meter per second, meter square per second, if I multiply second and divided by second, we get kilogram meter square per second square into S. So let's look at again here. We are discussing the units of angular momentum. Look at the case. The relation is L is equal to mvr. The unit of the mass is kilogram. The unit of velocity is meter per second, and the unit of R is meter. You just multiply, that is kilogram meter square per second, and if you just divide it or multiply by S, we have kilogram meter square per second square into S. And what is this? It is a joule. Joule is equal to Newton into meter. We know this one, and Newton is equal to kilogram meter per second square into meter. So we get kilogram meter square per second square. So it means you can replace kilogram meter square per second square by a joule. So this quantity replaced by joule and joule into second. So it has another unit is joule second. The first unit is kilogram meter square per second, and the other one is joule second. So now look at again here. Where this is the unit of the angular momentum, L is equal to mvr. We know this relation. The unit of mass is kilogram. The unit of velocity meter per second. The distance meter, and we just simplify, that is kilogram meter square per second, and we just multiply or divide by S, we get kilogram meter square per second square into S. What is this? It is joule. Joule is equal to Newton meter. Newton is equal to kilogram meter per second square into meter, and we just multiply, you get kilogram meter square per second square, and it is equal to joule. So this quantity is replaced by joule, and finally we have joule second. So it has two units. The first one is kilogram meter square per second, the other one is joule second. So students, that was about angular momentum. In the last, I request you all students, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much students.